Hey, welcome to South Omaha Speed. We're at Goodguys July 4th weekend. Come along with us. We're going to check some things out, take a cruise around here. We're doing it all today. Let me turn this engine sound down for you so we can MC this thing for you a little bit here. Turn down that Olds rocket engine in the Omaha Coupe. We're taking a lap around Iowa State Fairgrounds, the cruising loop for the Goodguys. And it's about a mile around. There's the old man behind me, and off to the left right there is actually where they have the swap meet every year. So if you ever make it over there to the Heartland Nationals, make sure to get in there. That building to the right now. To the right there is the swap meet back in there, and lots of good treasures, stuff I usually can't afford, but I always go look and drool anyway. So we are on the cruise loop here, and basically cars cruise all day around this loop inside the fairgrounds. Why people watch cars, and it's a good way to see the show. We had our Bronco over there one year with the kids, and man, it was a great way to see it all. The back roads up to the right, there's roads up on the hill where cars are parked, and the place gets packed. Like 5,000 cars come to this event every year, and it's a big one. So lots to see, and it's pretty cool that you can drive around like this. I've been to the show in Pomona for the Grand National Roadster Show, and they basically cars have to be in by a certain time, and they have to be shut off, and nobody moves until the show is over. If they do, it's like you're like escorted. So it's a privilege here to be able to cruise this loop if your car will do it without getting hot. Omaha Coupe gets hot, so what are you going to do? So sometimes I got a trick up on the front here. I'll shut it off and just let it coast because there's a little hill. But so as you can see here, the cars are parked in here, and they're parked, and folks get there early, like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. to get in line to get these spots under the trees. And I'm just not that serious about car shows to get up that early to get a shade spot or the right spot on Broadway, which we'll see here in a second. We take a left up here. But they are serious about their spots. And so we always usually find a spot that we can fit in. There's the old man again with the flag and the 32 Cabrio following me around. I always got to check on him, make sure he's still back there, and he's doing good. So we'll come up here and take a left on the main strip. As you can see up ahead, there's a sky, I don't know if they want to call it sky safari. That's what we called it at the Omaha Zoo, but the overhead cable cars that you can ride, to a person in each car, each shuttle. And those run throughout the day. This is early Friday morning here. I'm driving around, and they just don't have them running yet. But there's actually 2 strings of those you can ride. That's a great way to see a show too, to see the whole thing, or most of it. I think it's $6 one way, and 10 if you're going to do both, something like that. But pretty cool to do. Get on one end, ride to the other, and then taking a left here on Broadway. That's what I call it. I don't know what actual name of it is, but to the right here there's a huge parking lot where they do the autocross on Saturdays, and this is the main aisle that everybody wants to be on. And as you can see, I just shut the car off because it'll run hot. So this just allows you to cruise the whole way down for the most part, if the foot traffic will allow, and it's pretty light here. Normally during the day or afternoon, it's so packed right here, it's both sides people walking, so it gets real tight. But there's the autocross there. Then the big building coming up on the right, the vintage one with the brick, that is actually the old grandstands. I think they were built in 1907 for stock car racing. Half-mile oval there, and they ran those all the way up, I think it was till 2016. 109 years they race stock cars there, and they don't do it anymore, unfortunately. What's the world coming to when you take your stock car track out? But of course, this is the home of the Iowa State Fairgrounds, and they say that the Iowa State Fair is one of the top 10 things you need to do on your list in life. Go see that. We've been there before, and it's crazy. Like 1 million people a year, or 5 days, or whatever, visit the Iowa State Fairgrounds. It's crazy. But here I am. I ran out of steam. I have to fire it up a little bit here to get her going again, and get her rolling. But all the vendors set up here on the right in this view, but there's vendors all down which will be now the left, up and down here. That used to be pretty much cars, down both sides. And most of those vendors were in the big vending building to the left here behind these air-conditioned building, which is a great place to go on hot days, and it's very popular. Get ice cream in there. But that's always a cool place to go and cool off, and there are still vendors in there as well. But it seems like this year, man, there was more vendors than ever on the left here, all the way down, which of course is less room for cars parking on the main line, but that it's paying the bills, I'm sure, to get with those spots. There's a little look of the underside of the crustiness of the Omaha Coupe, which was one time painted with a roller back in the 50s. I know it was all white inside on its last Bonneville trip in 57. So, but anyway, so the Omaha Coupe is what basically started our YouTube channel. Oh, here's the old man. Let's see what he's got to say.
I got water. I got a gallon of water with me.
Is it leaking?
No, if you're hot, I got water.
Oh, thanks.
Always taking care of me, always looking out for me. Thanks, Dad. Appreciate you, buddy. Always got to carry water when you run these old cars. I mean, the radiator in the Omaha Coupe is, my dad bought a car in 1964 out of the paper, a project car, a Roadster. It came with it. He put it in his car from like 64 to like the late 60s. He ran it for a couple of years and then went without a radiator up front, went to a radiator in the back. That radiator sat on his shop floor, kicked it around for 50 years. So we put it in the car and we finished it. So it does pretty good. We've had, you know, some radiator seal, aluminum seal fix in there probably 3 times since I finished the car in 2021 to keep it from leaking. But you can see the line on the pavement here where other cars have actually leaked water. But generally to your right, pretty cool. And then you got the California Kid version of the truck to your left, pretty neat. And come up down here, you can see the American flag. They got on a crane. More vendors. Actually, a couple of Broncos down here, which is kind of rare. You'll get a chance to see 2 old Ford Broncos in one shot, which, of course, we're Bronco fans at South Omaha Speed. We have the 69, so, and we actually, like I said before, it has had ours over here and cruised around as well, so pretty cool. But you can rent the scooters there for, you got the, need a little walking aid there, so you can't make it on your own. You can rent the scooters. Take a left here. There's a Goodguys trailer there with buy all your t-shirts. That place is always packed. This is, like I said, this is early Friday morning, so a lot of the spectators aren't there yet. But as you can see, all the premier spots are full and they're gone right away. But we get there probably around 9 or so, or even 8:30, and they're already taken, all the great spots. That's the police there on the left. Headquarters and the Snap-ons to the right, they're always there. There's great deals on t-shirts there too. They're selling tools cheap. I don't have a lot of Snap-on stuff. That's kind of a pricey for me, but we always have a good deal on some cool shirts. So check that out. Then your lot to your left is your 32 lot on Saturday, and your muscle car lot and your truck lot. They'll actually break up groups, and they'll, if you own that particular vehicle, you can park in there on Saturday. And then, of course, all the show winners that they select, they'll put like a sticker on your headlight, like for custom or whatever. The premier lot is over there too. Ooh, that Galaxy right there, that black one, looking good. Of course, we got the Galaxy in my parents' driveway we're working on, so always look at those Galaxies. But so to your left is where all the show cars park tomorrow, which will be Saturday. But right, as of today, we can park in there. The slammed Fox body is just sick. Official base car. And then we got another Galaxy coming up here too, another 63, I believe, just like we're building. So we always like to look at those. I looked at that car during the show, and it is amazing. And that first one I seen when we saw at the Rock last year down there, we went to see that. So Hudson on the left right there with the red wheels, like 50 Hudson. Old Doc Hudson from Cars, I'd be proud of that. Tremec booth, went and talked to those boys, just cool as fans, asked them all kinds of questions. They just couldn't have been nicer. I went to another vendor that sold ring and pinion gears there. The guy was a total jerk. Pretty sad. But, and that tower up there, big sighting tower for the police, so they can kind of keep an eye on things. To your right. And then, of course, you see that big tent up ahead on the left. That's a big beer tent for the Iowa State Fair, but people this weekend just using it for shade. Old 32 Ford right there, the old sedan. Might be a Vicky even. Take a left here. So basically, this is the loop. If we run this all the way down and take a left, that's right where we started. We're going to turn here in a little early. But that other Sky Fari overhead tram deal is right to my left. The second one is. You'll see that when I turn the corner up here. You'll see that. Studebaker Hawk. Pretty cool. Just a lot of cars sitting. You know, it's even kind of tough to find a spot right now. You know, but we're going to pull in the parking lot up here on the left. We know there's some room. But on Saturday, that's a tough situation because those lots are all roped off for show cars only that won awards. Look at that old Panther right there to the left. How do you get in there? Mercury Marquis or Crown Vic. Silver car back there. And we're going to take a left here. One of the newer buildings right there, the brick building on the right. Good place for bathrooms right there in the corner. Air conditioning's on and clean bathrooms. There's the old man pulling in right there. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. A little cruise around. Well, since we didn't bring the Bonneville tent,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
the lean-to.
Yeah, we got the flag.
The old man
Omaha
and
flag.
the kid missed base on that. We were talking about it, but not.
Yeah, here, my miscommunication, Dad, my fault.
Wow.
I'm going to swap meet. I'll find a treasure for you.
Love you.
Thanks a lot for watching. We'll catch you next time on South Mile Speed.